Hi, people. Welcome, welcome. Before I get into it, can someone please confirm that you can hear me? I'll just wait for that in the comments. Can you guys just confirm that you can hear me? I did a whole live once and my mic wasn't even turned on. So yeah, I'd rather not do that again. Let me know if you can hear me. Mm, I can't see. All right. I'll just start and hope that you guys can hear me. Welcome. My name is Taya Adiwale. This is DISBYDEM. Today we're just gonna be chatting about Happy Hearing episodes 1 to 10. I have seen up to 10 so far, so I'm already caught up. Unless 11 came out between now and yesterday, I didn't really check, but I've seen up to 10, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. And I just wanted to chat. Honestly, I just wanted to chat. I see more people have joined. If you can confirm that you can hear me, that would be awesome. I'm just hoping that this is all coming through and you guys actually hearing what I'm saying. So yeah, we're just gonna be talking about hot pairing. It's been such a good season. Oh my god, it has been so flipping good. I'm enjoying it so much. And I don't know if this is kind of like the same format that had Signal. Did I say had Signal earlier? I meant had pairing, by the way, guys. But I don't know if this is the same format that had Signal follows. And if it is, yeah, I'm excited to watch it because this has been so good. From the drama to the people to the caliber of the cast. I mean, with the host, it's always 50-50. Sometimes I can do without them, sometimes I can't. But it's all been really good. I really enjoyed it so far. So I'm excited. Um Hold on. I'm gonna be flipping between two screens here, guys, because I have the live on this and then I have my notes on this. So I'm gonna be looking left, right. Don't worry about it. It's just me doing me. Anywho, okay, so for those who do not know what this show is, it's a Korean reality TV show that brings 10 singles under one roof and puts them through like a contract dating system. Now, I think the difference between this one and Hat Signal, correct me if I'm wrong, is the fact that this one focuses more on marriage at the end of the show. Their goal is for them to be married by the end of the show. I feel like that's the focus. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Amy. Oh, shout out to Amy for confirming that everybody's hearing what I'm saying. Okay, so 11 comes out on Friday. Thank you. Because I did not know what day these shows, the episodes come out on. I usually just refresh until there's a new episode and I watch it. Anyways, yeah, so instead of just going with the flow, the singles are asked to make bold choices, where they must commit to a short-term structured relationship based on carefully crafted options. So throughout their stay, they get to choose. I guess it was kind of like a social experiment that merged attraction, strategy, and emotional honesty in order to create, what we've been watching so far. Um, I feel like, again, my bad, guys. Sometimes I don't listen that much, but I think it was 10 days they started in Europe, in Italy, and then 20 days in Korea. Now, in those first 10 days in Italy, they introduced us to eight. Was it eight? I think it was six at first. Then two came towards the end of their Italy stay, and then now in Korea, they've introduced us to two more people. So why they are creating the system of Maggie. So Maggie is kind of like catfish, or oh, it's 5 days. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila's in the house, guys. I don't listen. You know me. If you've been watching my reactions, you know. So it was 5 days in Italy, and then 20 days in Korea, or more days in Korea. It probably was 20 days. Anyways, Maggie is kind of like a catfish, like a bombshell. If you watch Love Island, make the idea of Maggie is a bombshell, someone who comes in and kind of like just everything, right? I don't know that this show needed bombshells. I honestly, and I've been saying it since they brought Cheyun in. Cheyun was our eighth single. I think she came like a day before they had to leave Italy. Now maybe it was like, scheduling conflict or whatever. I don't know. But considering they brought two new people now in Korea, I don't think it was. I personally don't think this is a show where they need bombshells. I feel like they need to just put everybody together in the beginning and let the chips fall where they may. If everybody wants to implode themselves, let them implode themselves. Because considering that the end goal is marriage, they need time. And personally, I'm not as invested in the two new people that just came in, because the show is about, we have 5 more episodes. Is it going to be interesting? Yes, but like, it has taken a lot mentally for me to even consider Samuel right now as a contender. And I feel like that's because he came late. But I'm jumping the gun. So let's recap. Let's kind of recap episodes 1 through 5, and then we can dive into it. If you guys have any, comments, feel free to just send them in, and yeah, we'll go from there. So episode 1, we meet the original six. Before the show, they were asked to answer 33 questions. 33 questions in each pairing book. So each book has like their own color. Everybody had their own color. And ranging the books were ranging the questions were ranging from their ideal types to how they handle infidelity and what kind of marriage they see themselves in, favorite color, favorite whatever. Like 33 questions. It was a lot. I've never seen pairing books in any of the shows, and I think that it's a very good like starter pack. It's kind of like speed dating without the pressure of being in front of the person. So I kind of like that. And after the books are circulated, so the girls were given to the guys, and the guys' books were given to the girls. And after that, each person would choose their favorite color. Now we find out in Italy that the guys only got 4 books. Again, makes no sense to me. Oh no, I think they only got 3 books and the girls got 4 books or something. Like numbers were skewed for sure. They didn't get some people. Definitely, none of them got all their options. I think again they should have just given them the books. It doesn't matter who's around or who's not. Even if like they're going to do bombshells, like let them have all the information, because somebody might read whatever options you give them and pick the best out of the bunch, but not necessarily the most appropriate person for them, is all I'm saying. Like, I just think that there were a lot of things that they could have done differently. Considering it's a spin-off and it's the original of its own kind, they're doing well. But I think that there's a lot that they could improve. So in Italy, you see the attractions forming, you see the connections forming. I think our first triangle was Jimin, Woojae, and Jaeon. Honestly, Jimin was on the edge of that triangle because Jiron did not really like him. Like that, like that is all I'm saying. I do think that initially, no, eventually she does kind of like him now. Actually, she's very hard to read, and I know that that's one of the reasons why people don't like her, because she's very hard to read. But in Italy, she was just weighing her options. She liked Woojae way more than she was even considering Jimmy, especially in Italy. And then we also saw the Chan Hyung Hanu situation going down. You guys, if you've been watching my reactions, you know I have a complicated relationship with Hanu. And let me clear something up right now. I don't hate anybody on this show. I've only said that I disliked Hanu when it comes to Chan Hyung. Outside of that, I think she's a lovely human being. I just did not appreciate how she had been treating Chan Hyung is all I was saying. Some people be coming in the comments and be firing off comments like they know me personally and they've been sitting down and we've been chatting with drinking by the fireplace. That's not true. It's never personal for me on these shows. I only speak to what we see, and even though it is edited, you know, it's like the way they edit it, they make sure to what's it called, push the narrative that they want. I get that. I don't hate anybody. I only dislike Hanu when it comes to Chan Hyung. Outside of that, I want this girl to find love. Do I think that her love is in this house? No. As of episode 10, no. Especially with the way episode 10 ended. Oh my god. I do not think that her love is in this house. But stranger things have happened, so we keep pushing. Anyway, so that was like the major thing that happened in Italy was um what's the SY scandal? Oh my god. Ooh, Sanyun has a scandal? Oh, put the deets in there, please. Put the deets. You can give us cliff notes, but no, I haven't seen. I don't do anything outside of the shows for this. I do not do anything outside of the shows. Usually I watch the shows and I'm done. I've only recently started watching like behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, put the deets. We want to know. Anyway, so like in Italy, that was it. It was that dynamic, the triangle dynamic, and then the Chan Hyung Hano situation. What's a lobstergram? Oh my god, am I too old? What is a lobstergram? Like he had a side piece and he was on the show. Interesting. I wonder if oh, oh, this is salacious. Are you serious? Oh my god. I wonder if he and Jayon ended up together. I doubt it. Guys, I am full on board for the fact that she is not interested in that man. I think she's just doing this because production said we're gonna push this narrative to give you a whole story tension. When she's with him, she looks bored. She's even more, I feel like she's even more engaged with Woojae. Because sometimes she's looking off to the side and she doesn't even pay attention to what Sanyun is saying. He has to bring her attention back to him. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It does not matter. Anywho, so episodes 2 to 5, I think it was still some of Italy, and I don't really know what episode they go to Korea. They go back to Korea, but 2 to 5 is where they introduced the seventh and the eighth members who were Chan Hwan and Cheon. Love both of them. Chan Hwan kind of dipped for me because of that whole G1 situation, but it is what it is. And then Cheon, I love. I just love this girl. And I feel like if she and Chan Hyung do not get married, then there's no justice in this world because those two people are meant to be. They are meant to be. I really don't see any other pairing for these two people. Anywho, more and more. M is coming in with more details. Basically, posting pictures taken on dates separately from. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on, let's show it. Okay, so this is about the whole San Yoon situation. So San Yoon apparently was caught with a lobstergram. He was taking pictures separately from the same. The same trip. Oh no! Wait, but did he go back though? Did he go back? Oh, wait, no, wait. Let's not slander anybody. Wait, did he go back with his girlfriend and then take pictures there? Because that's possible now. Wasn't this shot in December? Oh no, but if it was still snowing, then there's no way, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So he was liking her pics while filming the show. Yikes. Well, we don't know how it ended. So even if, unless he ends up with well, if he was in a relationship on the show, then it's bad. Surely, surely that is bad. But if he was single, he ended up single, and then I don't know. It's very confusing. Very confusing. We got to know timelines for this to work. by the way. Um, my husband is upstairs and my house is old, so if you hear creaking, that's what that is. Ellie, I have seen episode 10. This live is before 10. 10 will come out on Monday. Yeah, 10 will come out on Monday. I'm backed up, so honestly, the live was probably because I knew that 10 will be late and I didn't want people to eat me alive on YouTube. But it will come out on Monday, and yeah, and hopefully I make it. It should come out on Monday. Okay, back to Sanyun's story. It's fine to be in a relationship, but to get caught when the show isn't finished is sloppy. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's fine if he didn't end up, even if he ended up with Jaeyoung, guys. Unless this was shot last December, which I'm not sure. Did they ever say what year it was shot? If he's not in a relationship with her anymore, he's in a relationship with somebody else. I mean, he can't. Don't they say no publicity is bad publicity? He's a model. He's trending now. It can't be bad for him at this point now, regardless. But personally, I have struggled to mentally invest myself in Sanyo, if I'm being honest. And I think it's because he came late, which I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel about Soa. She just came in the last episode. I really don't know how I'm supposed to feel about her and how I'm supposed to get invested, but we'll find out. We'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge. But yeah, we'll talk more about Sanyon, Jaeon, and that whole dynamic. Let me just finish recapping. I think it's pretty much done. Episode 7 to 10 is the thick of it. They are in Korea. They have started this love contract thing, which apparently is something new to the season. Someone made a comment under one of the reactions and said that this was not a thing in Hat Signal. So the love contract is basically a 3-day contract relationship where they basically say that they're in a 3-day relationship, they're boyfriend and girlfriend for these 3 days, so that, excuse me, they can experience what it is like, I guess, to be in a relationship with the person. I really don't know. Because for me, the first love contract was like a day and a half. They said it was 3 days, but they met at night. Then they don't do anything till the next night, and then the next day is over. So a day and a half max, tops. This last one actually felt like more days than the first one. So it's very, very interesting. I think for the first love contract, we had before we even entered the love contract. So why I said that I liked Chan Kwan before the whole G1 situation was the fact that Chan Kwan and G1 both chose each other's books. In fact, their story was very kismet. It was like meant to be. These people had come, they met each other, and everything was like going smooth. And then they did the age reveal, which, if you didn't see it, Chanwan is 40 and G1 is 25. G1 is the youngest member. Chanwan was the oldest member, or is the oldest member. And I remember her face when he said that he was born in 1980, whatever. Her face, it's tattooed in my brain. G1 is my baby girl. I love this girl so much. Love her. But then after the age reveal, they don't show us that they had a chat or anything. It just kind of fizzles out. You know that this man likes her. So the way they edited it, it looked like he was the one that kind of gave her the cold shoulder and just left her hanging. No one is close enough to him. That is true. That is true. But I guess that 25 being the youngest, considering that there was also, I think the oldest at that point was 28 years old, who was Cheon. I think Cheon was the oldest at that point at 28. They brought in a girl that's closer to Chanwan's age right now. But the way they edited it, they didn't edit it for him to look good, is all I'm saying. And I thought about that. That's why I was like, at least have a conversation. They should have shown us them having this conversation. But maybe the conversation didn't go the way the production team was expecting. And maybe the conversation would have made somebody look horrible. And that's why they chose to just cut it off completely. But these people kind of just stop talking to each other. I mean, they will say hi. Now they will say hi. Now that everybody's in a different relationship, they're kind of cordial with each other. But they just kind of stopped talking to each other. They moved on. She was asking Chan Hyung for a ride to work the very next day. He wasn't really, he was kind of in the wind because there was really nobody else. He tried to push things with Chaeyoung. I think he did because that was who he ended up in a love contract with for 3 days. But in the end, Chaeyoung said that it was just too calm and she wanted something more exciting. When she had her dates, girls' nights with all the girls, and everybody was talking about their first love contract. So that brings us to the first love contract. We had Chanwan and Chaeyoung. Um, sorry, I can't see the picture. It's really small. Okay, so we had Chanwan Chaeyoung. We had Hanul and Chan Hyung. Oh, God, give me strength. Jimin and who did Jimin end up with? Wow, my mind's blanking, guys. Who did Jimin end up with in the first love contract? I know it was Woojae and Jaeon, and then was it Jimin and Jiwon? I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We've moved on from the first love contract. It was kind of like to test the waters, that first one, right? Um, wait, did Jimin? No, ended up with Jaeon for the first one, didn't he? And that's where they had the whole thing. Because I just went through episode 8 yesterday, which I lost my footage with. Yeah, so he did. Yeah. I went through episode 8 and that was them like breaking things off. So yeah, it was Jimin and Jaeon, I think, that ended up in the first one. And then Woojae and G1. Yes, thank you. And that's where their own love started. So Woojae and G1 ended up together for the first love contract, and and it really did help them like grow their connection. Woojae at first was in this whole triangle with Jaeon and Jimin, which Jaeon, like, I know the names are similar, guys. That's why I put pictures of. Jaeon liked Woojae from Italy. She liked him. However, even in Italy, when he would ask questions about what kind of life that she wanted to live and all that things, there was one time that I outrightly screamed liar. I didn't mean to call her a liar, but I could tell that she was lying. There is no way. She said she wanted a calm life because he wants a very calm life. He's lived a very exciting life. He moved to Italy when he was, I think, 17 or something like that, on his own for a long time, played football and everything. So right now, all he wants to do is just live a very quiet, calm life. Jaeyeon was saying yes, that she wanted that as well. And I screamed liar. I was like, no, girl, I don't think you want that. I don't think you want to be, bungee jumping 24/7 every single day for the rest of your life. But I don't think you want a calm life, not the kind of calm life that he was what's it called, explaining. And then fast forward to episode 9, or is it 7? One of them, I don't know. But she was talking to Jimin. I think it was or was it 8? I don't freaking know. She was talking to Jimin and she was saying that she doesn't like who she is when she's with Woojae. And I said that too. I was like, she was changing her whole persona to fit the narrative of the kind of woman that Woojae wants because she liked Woojae. And that, how long would that last before the two of them would start sniping at each other and scratching at each other's throats? And also Woojae, let's bring it to Woojae too, because I don't think Woojae really liked her like that. The fact that Woojae activated was when Jimin said he was interested in Jaeon. And that pushed him into, oh, maybe I want to keep her. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to do this. Do you think that Jaeon likes Jimin more than the new boy? I don't know who Jaeon likes. Nobody knows who Jaeon likes. This woman is a conundrum to everybody, I think. But I do think that she has more chemistry with Jimin than with Sanyon, for sure. Because I can barely watch her date with Sanyon. I'm sorry, I just can't. It bores me to tears. I'm just not invested in that relationship whatsoever. So I personally think that she's more animated, intentionally and animated with Jimin than Sanyon. But do I think that she actually likes Jimin like that? I don't know. I think that her choice would still be Woojae if it wasn't so blatantly clear that he's not interested in her anymore or that it won't work between them. Jaeon is interesting. And I even said it in episode 10's reaction. I was like, I like Jaeon for the fact that things happen around her. She's like the catalyst. Like everything seems to be going on around her. The content we're getting is because of her, not necessarily from her. And that's one thing that I appreciate about her. But personally, I don't know how I feel about her. I don't hate her. but I don't know if I like her like that. The people that I love on the show, G1, number one, Jimin, which was a surprise to me because episode one, I thought that I would not like him, honestly. And then I love Cheon. I think she's amazing. And what's his name? Chan Hyung. I left him for the streets for a bit, but he's back, guys. He's back with the fold now. The fact that she goes to Jimin's room says a lot. I think so too, Amy. I agree. I definitely think that she will, if she had to choose right now, she would go with Jimin over Sanyo. I don't think she likes Sanyo, guys. I don't. I just don't see the spark in her eyes. When I think she was excited that somebody chose her book. I think she was excited that somebody chose her because nobody had chosen her throughout this whole thing. And he came in, all Mr. Confident, all suave, handsome, and chose her book. I mean, I would be excited too, as well. But personally, I don't know that the interest is there. I want to see a date between Jimin and the new girl. Why? You think they will fit? I like the new girl's confidence. I think the way she helped Chan Huan during that date, and nobody else would have helped him. And but I don't know. I don't know enough about her. That's my problem. I don't know enough about her to actually fit her with any of the men in the house at this point. Right now, the fact that she chose Chan Huan's book says a lot because that means she got the person that she wanted, but she hasn't met the other guys yet. So I'm not really sure how things will progress with that one. That would be interesting though. I think they will give everybody a chance to have a date with her at some point. They have to, right? It feels like her feelings are slowly growing, not just as an innate. Oh, with Sanyon. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I'm just watching right now. I'm just observing. I think the next episode will clear a lot of things. Episode 11, I guess so. They have to, right? It will be after the contract relationships. It's not like they'll have to stop, yeah, because we get to see everybody's individual dates and there's some really interesting dates planned out this time around. Okay, so Sarah thinks that visually Jimin and Soa would fit. Okay, 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 okay. I'm remembering Soa. She's cute. She's absolutely gorgeous, like pixie like cute. Not would I say pixie? She reminds me of the girl that ended up with, oh god, names are just flying out of my head right now. In Exchange, the girl that was new, they had two new people, Exchange Another Beginning. The girl that was new that ended up with a guy from season three. I can't remember names right now. She kind of reminds me of her a little bit. I think it's the shape of the face, but she's cute. I think I would like Soa. The confidence and just knowing what she wants and just standing in her excellence, pretty much. I found her very attractive during episode 10. Yes, and the way she helped just soothe that whole interaction with Chan Huan. Anybody else, it would have been awkward from beginning to the end. Even though he gives like childlike innocence, he was very nervous during that date. So I really like how she just navigated the whole date and steered it into the right direction. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I had other notes. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Oh God. Do 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 do. I don't know. Right now, who's everybody's favorite? Can you put your favorites in the comments? I want to know who everybody's leaning towards right now. For me, I'm on board for the Chan Hyung Cheon connection. I'm so happy that they cleared things up. But I'm also kind of on the fence for Chan Hyung because in episode 8, it looked apparently what's her name? Hanu was letting him know that things were done. I didn't get that. I thought maybe they were just ending their contract relationship. But what's it called? But what's their name? The hosts clarified that they were ending things completely. I was like, I didn't get that. I thought maybe they were just ending their contract relationship, but it looks like they actually did end things. So now he has freedom to move on. However, I feel like if she snaps her fingers, he will still go running back. So I don't know. But my favorites are G1 and whoever G1 picks, as long as they treat her well. Jimin and whoever he picks, as long as they treat him well. And I think Cheon is definitely my favorite. If she ends up with Chan Hyung, even better, even better. But if she doesn't, it is what it is. So we have, oh, M likes Hanu. Oh, that's one for Hanu. Guys, do you see? Oh my god, what kind of dirty business did they do to Hanu in episode 10? Nah, the girl should sue. I'm sorry. That was mean. I mean, it is choice. Nobody chose her, and it is what it is. But God, and she's trying so hard with Jimmy, trying so hard. Like I sit and cringe watching her scenes where she's trying so hard with Jimmy because it's just like it's like slapping. I don't know. I don't know. It's like trying to go through a brick wall. I don't think Jimmy will like this girl. Not like that, anyways, unless Jayon breaks his heart to nothingness, and then Hanu comes in and helps him build his emotions all over again. But my God, and who else thinks that she's wasting her time with Jimin? Please let me know. Please let me know. Um, Frankie says Jimin and whoever makes him happen. Yes, I'm on board with that. Amy says I want Jimin and G1 just to be happy. I agree. And I know you don't mean them together, you mean like individually. I agree. I'm with you on that. So M says they literally left Hanul in the dust. Oh my god. It's honestly it's bad. It's bad, especially what happened in this last episode. And I know that Wuji and G1 chose people that they knew they will never match with so that they ended up together, which was smart. Honestly, if you like somebody, that's what you do. And that's what I hope that Jayon would do so that she ends up kind of at home with Jimin. But again, I don't know if the producers are pushing her or the girl is thriving on all the attention that she's getting. I don't know, but she's playing in people's faces and it's making a lot of people hate her more. Personally, I don't care. It builds a lot of tension and drama around her, so I'm happy to see that. Well, yeah, it's definitely been interesting. Who is your favorite pairing so far? For me, it will be Chan Hyung and Cheon. I don't know. There's something about them, and watching them just makes me smile. Especially Cheon, the way she like. I think she's always liked Chan Hyung. I think she has always liked Chan Hyung. Jimin and Jaeyeon, yes, I do like them. I do, but I think I prefer Chan Hyung and Cheon better just because I'm not sure where Jaeon's mind is. So I'm reacting to this. Yekina. I don't know where Jaeon's mind is. And if Jimin is on his way to heartbreak, I'm not on board for it. I'm not on board for it, guys. I can't. I don't even know how Jimin became my favorite male in the house. He kind of turned things around episode 3. I think it was episode 3 that I was just like, yeah, Jimin is my guy now. Because 1 and 2, he was straight up rude. He was rude. He was rude to Hanu. He was rude to G1. Oh my god, poor G1 on that date. Lord have mercy. But I would say I stand Chan Hyung and Jaeyeon a little more than I do Jimin and Jaeyeon. Production seems to be cutting a lot of Jaeyeon's responses to Jimin to keep the suspense. Maybe she's not responding. Have you ever thought about that? But yeah, I get what you mean. I really understand what you mean because why is he pushing forward with such like what I guess is Jimmy, but still she has to be saying things to him that make him want to push forward with her. Because her telling him about the whole Wuje breakup, for me, I thought that was her choosing him. And then Sanyun comes on and she's up and off and done and dusted in the wind with Sanyun. So I don't know what it is that production is doing, but they're not doing Jay on any favors. Because by the time they end up together in the end, people will say she doesn't deserve him because she led him on for so long. That's how I see things. I don't know. I don't think that production is doing her any favors right now. Serena's is Jimin Jaeon. Yeah. Which I guess because Jimin is the factor in that one. And then Miss X Wooje Jiwon. I love that. I think they're well suited. I really do think they're well suited. But I'm also worried for Jiwon because I think Jiwon throws herself into any relationship that she's in like even when she was following Jimin, she was steadfast in that. when she was following Chan Huan, she was steadfast in that. Now she's with Wu Jie, she's steadfast in that. So I don't know if it's like the perfect fit for her, or she's just one of those people that falls in love very quickly and just throws her whole self into it. Somebody had left a comment on episode 8, 9. I don't know. I edited the wrong episode and labeled it wrong. But one of those episodes, and they said that Jimin had no, not Jimin, G1 had a bad experience with one of her exes, and so they were hoping that things go well for her in this, and she finds somebody that loves her. That's all I want. This girl loves doggedly. Is the best way I can describe it. She's a one man kind of girl. If you've noticed, even throughout the show, whenever she's faced somebody, it's just been that person alone, and she's been steadfast with it. So now that Wuje is reciprocating, she's letting all her guards down and she's going in with him. I'm not saying that he will leave her in the dust. I don't think he's that kind of person, and I feel like, sorry, he's abandoned his whole idea of J1. I just don't know if they're like the perfect fit. I hope that they do get there, and if they end up together, I'll be happy for them because she really seems happy. Or I don't know. Um Nobody bring back the production from season 1 to 2. What happened? Were they good or bad? I thought season 2 of Heart Signals was really good. He said that Jayon gives him a lot of assurance, but they haven't showed us yet. Yeah, but is that love talking though? That's my thing. Because he said that, and I trust Jimmy. But is that love talking? Because Jayon does a lot of smile nods. She does give him sexy eyes too. You know what? I will trust in those eyes because she has not eye banged anybody. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She hasn't though. The way that she has Jimin, the way she looks at him, man. That's why I feel like Jimin is still a level above San Yun or anybody else in the house. The way Jayon looks at him, I don't know. It's giving. I want to rip your clothes off right now. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I think he's also that kind of person that the more you look at him, the more handsome he gets. And she does like a handsome man. So maybe every time she's looking at him, she's like falling more in love with Jimmy. I feel like they will end up together. I'm like 80% sure they will end up together. Unless production wants to slap us at the end. I feel like they were meant to be, personally. Jimmy says Jayon gives him a lot of assurance. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep. Um, who are we even talking about before we went on our tangents? Jimin G1. So far people are liking Jimin and Jayon and Woojae and G1. I guess yeah, they seem like the most maybe stable, if you could use that word for them, of all the couples right now. But what do we think will happen in episode 11 with Hanu? Because she's trying to put the moves, put more moves on Jimin. I don't know well, who else would she go for in the house? Personally, if it was me, I would have packed my load and left the house because I would know that there's nobody in this house for me. There's nobody in this house for her. No. I don't know who is going to tell her. It's not me. I don't know who is going to tell her, but there's nobody in the house for her. No, because I don't think that at this point in time, with how far Jimin has gone mentally with G1, that he's about to switch. It doesn't matter what Hanul does. It doesn't matter what kind of game she puts. It doesn't matter how much she flirts. If she ignores him, if she does this, I think that it is set in his mind that he doesn't want Hanul at this point, and he's sticking to Jayon at this point. But let me know, what do you guys think will happen in episode 11 with Hanul and Jimin? Tap. Alrighty. For the most part, I think we've talked about a lot of things. Honestly, I I love the show. I really do. I think they're doing a fantastic job with this show. So far, so good. And I hope that it keeps going the way it's going. I saw that a lot of people were I wanted to address some other comments. Some people made some really fantastic points. Oh, let me switch the screen. Shout out to the people who have been commenting steady on these videos, guys. Honestly, you make my day. I love it. And I love responding to them as well. So I think this person was talking about, you know how in Europe Uche was having I thought that he was having insecurities. I didn't want to say because I wasn't like I don't know, I didn't want to put that narrative out there for him. But I felt that he was insecure, especially when they were revealing their jobs. And then when he ended up with Jayon. Maybe with Jayon, it wasn't more insecurity, but more like he didn't know how to connect with her or any of that stuff. But personally, I thought that he was insecure. So this person is talking about like how they didn't think that he was insecure. And this Espanola 62, shout out to you, but that they felt like he just but like he'd lived a hard life in Europe and that he was just looking for something really calm. Plus, his type was always more G1. Which yes, oh my goodness gracious, thank you so much. Yes, his type was G1. He's Jayon was first in the room in Italy. Yes. Wuje walked in, looks at her, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she's very beautiful." But when G1 walked in the door, he left the room. He followed this guy mentally. He was so much like he was so attracted to G1, and I was like, why did he just all of a sudden abandon that? Yeah, you could see that G1 was attracted to Jimin and she was following that avenue, but it's only day one. Shoot your shots. So if they hadn't even had the contract relationship, none of this would have come to fruition where he is now dating or in the show essentially G1. And I was so mad at him. I was like, just because somebody takes interest in the girl that is interested in you, it was scarcity mindset. That's what happened to him. As soon as he heard that Jimmy liked Jayon, he was like, no, 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 mine. You know, it just blew my mind how he kind of just abandoned his initial attraction to the person he was attracted to. And then he kept even bringing up the book. He would always slap G1 with the fact that she's this color book. I don't remember what color G1's book is, but he always used to bring up the book with Jayon and say he thinks he's that color. And that color ended up being G1. So he was right to be attracted to the right person from the beginning. In the grand scheme of things, the books can always shift and change and don't necessarily mean a lot in the end, in the grand scheme of things. But trust your gut, you know. So I didn't understand that, but I personally felt that he felt insecure when everybody was saying their jobs. Everybody was fine, engineer, doctor, startup company, whatever, pilot, this, that. I think he did feel a little ways about it with him being a painter. And I'm like, why? Does your job pay your bills? You own your own studio, you've been stable for like why? Why would you sit there and feel inferior to other people when all of you are on the same show? It didn't make sense to me. But anyways, Espanola was just like right for Wuja saying that she didn't think he was insecure, and I can appreciate that. And then Mute's Graveyard 6733, shout out to you. Explained that Wuja is just the kind of person that if he's not attractive, he that thinks he is not attractive. So maybe he's dealing. I think what they were saying here is that maybe he's dealing with self doubt when it comes to approaching women. He's the kind of person that if she doesn't give full on green light saying I'm here, ask me out, he wouldn't go. Maybe now we're all assuming about this their characters here because we don't really know these people, right? It's all assumptions. But I totally agreed with these two comments in the end because I thought that they probably captured a lot of the thoughts that I had in my head, but I didn't want to voice because it was just speculation. You know, you got to be careful what you put out. It's not fair to the people. This is their real lives that they're giving us here. So when it comes to reality TV shows, I'm very careful about like how I phrase my things and how I say my things because I know that they're real human beings. TV shows different matter. I will sort them down. But the reality TV shows, I'm actually really careful to be honest. Even when I get spitting mad and I'm shaking, I'm still very careful because I know these are real human beings. Serena is in the teaser. I saw a clear scene of G in the room, and he gave so Jim and Jayon, and he gave her like a ticket. And I'm wondering if the ticket is from amusement park. Yeah, she did say that she wanted to go to the amusement park and wear. Oh, but didn't Sanyon say he was taking her to the amusement park? I feel like the amusement park was one of the parks that he called for their love contract dates because she and Samuel are in a love contract right now. Did he say that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about it. But yeah, she did say that she wanted to go to the amusement park and wear, the uniforms and everything. So we'll see. We also see, speaking of, we also see in the previews Hano talking to Jayon about how she wanted to go to Jimin and talk to him in the room. I hope that happens because I think that would light a fire under Jayon's butt. Because if she, and I'm sure she's like confident that Jimmy likes her, but maybe if it gets into her head that another woman is trying to get in with him, she will pick up her butt and actually express herself a little more. Because again, maybe it's maybe it's editing. I don't know, but I don't think that she's fully expressing herself to this man, or at least how much editing can they do? They can be very creative with editing though. So I don't know. It's warping my mind. It really is warping my mind because I never know what she's thinking. Even though I'm confident that she likes Jimmy way more than she likes anybody in that house. I still don't know what she's thinking. This was shout out to AH. AH says keeping me informed, always commenting like just true OG. Shout out to you. So I just think that Wuji has a low self-esteem regarding his job compared to G1's Jaeon's job. And that makes him feel distant. So this was when the whole thing was going on. I agree. I agree with both comments here. Um they go on to talk about Hanu. Hanu tries so hard to get close to Jimin, but he quite brutally, I swear down, the Beatrice slapping that this man has given Hanu throughout the show. I don't even know where Jimmy gets the mind. Ah, no, Jimmy is rude. I like him, but he is rude when it comes to like other women's feelings. He just, and it's not like he's intentional about it. Don't get me wrong. He's just very brutal and like straight about it. He just says it. He doesn't even think about their feelings. He just says it. He has been very brutally honest in rejecting her directly and indirectly. I agree, AH. Said if I were her, I would stop chasing him. No, thank you. That's what I said. But if she wants to do it, what can we do? Abio. Because the heart wants what the heart wants. We can't say that, oh, just leave him alone and then watch everybody fall in love with in front of you. It's kind of depressing. But also I will not chase anybody who does not want to be chased. It's a kind of scenario. Anyways, at Saldido7315, shout out, said, I don't think Wuji lacks confidence about his profession. He's very good at what he does. I agree 100%. I think he just questions the fact that the other participants, with the exception of Hanu, God, Hanu gets it just slapped left, right, and center. I know that's not what you meant, but it was just funny when I read it. All come from the corporate world, whereas he is independent and is a bit more disciplined when it comes to decisions about his lifestyle. I believe that he sees his values with Jayon are not aligned. He did, and they were never aligned. So why he kept pushing just because Jimin said he liked her? I don't know. I really don't know. Scarcity mindset. It was four guys, three girls at the beginning though, so I can see how he was like, oh, I better grab one now before they're all gone. But again, you should not force things like this, especially if marriage was the intention in the first place. Anyways, let's refrain from speculation and give all participants the benefit of the doubt about making the best decisions about them for themselves. I agree 100%. I think that was a accurate comment to make, even though our whole thing is to speculate on their whole lives. But no, they're right. And that's why I agreed with both. And that's why I snipped them together, because it was two sides of the same coin, basically, right? Um Serena says that she wants to see J Angels. I really do. I think she'll be vicious. I think she'll be vicious. Remember how in the beginning we see her as this like timid, shy, very calm, spaces out a lot. And everybody was saying, oh, she's so calm and everything. This was before we knew their profession. And then during one, I think it was in a date with Wuje, she was looking him straight into the eyes, and I was like, this girl is not timid. She is not timid. Maybe, yes, for the most part, she's a calm person. But I want to see her in the courtroom. Honestly, I feel like she will tear people down. Did anybody ever watch The Mentalist? Do you remember the tall guy? I don't remember their name. My husband used to watch it. I just used to see snippets of it. The tall guy, the short redhead woman that he ended up having a kid with. How, like, she was very pixie like Tinkerbell, like, until she was in the courtroom and she would just shred people. That's who I think Jayon is in her profession, and I want to see it. So yes, I agree with Serena. I want to see Jayon jealous because I want to see how she reacts, especially since she's been well. They've made it look like she's been using Jimin to play, and now Hanul is looking to swoop in and take Jimin off her hands. I'll be very interested to see how she handles that. Jayon and Jimin are such standard. In what way? Absheks. That's a cool name. Um, she was. Mute Graveyard. Oh, shout out! You're here. Haha. Mute Graveyard said that she was jealous at episode 7. When? I don't remember her being jealous. When was she jealous? Was it what happened in episode 7? Let's see. Was that during the contracts or before the contract relationship with Jimmy? When was she jealous? I don't know that watched. Did Jimmy go on a date with anybody? I don't think so. I can't remember. I can't remember her being jealous. Maybe Jimin is aggressive about JM because he doesn't want to end like the other. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't watch that what was it? Oh my god. It's in my head right now. Oh, the Love of Money one. What was it? Love Catcher, huh? Yes. I didn't watch his season of Love Catcher. Apparently his season was like the worst of all of them. But maybe he's and I won't say aggressive, but maybe he's very intentional in this season because he actually likes the girl and he doesn't want to. Because we all know that he likes her. I didn't think so from episode 1 with the way he was looking at her, but I guess that's his falling in love face. I don't know what to tell you. So said when G1 grabbed Wu Jay's hand. Oh, okay. I don't like that it was over Wuje, but if you're right, I do remember that scene. Ah, I love Jiwon. Jiwon can be a Beatrice, and I love it. I love it. She's very calm, unintentionally. Um, Beatrice slaps people. I'm trying not to curse, guys, if you've not noticed. But when she did that hand grabbing of Wuji, I was living. I said, yes, you do you, girl. And it was only after one day too. Oh my god. But the fact that Wuji let her again is I mean, how would he stop her? Save for pushing her off the balcony. I don't think he could have stopped her. But I think he liked it. I really did think he liked it. Serena says there's a scene in the last day on Italy after Jimin Hano date. Jian looks like a little jealous. Really? When Hanul touches Jimin's face. Interesting. God, I don't know. I feel like we should see the raw cuts of the whole filming of the entire show because I feel like we don't know who Jaeon is just because of the way they've edited it. They've made her this aloof, mysterious person, and it didn't need to be this complicated. They could have, I don't know, I don't think they did her any justice with the way that this whole thing has been edited because everybody just thinks that she's a cold Beatrice right now, and that's what everybody's saying anyways, because I've been reading some comments and a lot of people are just not on board with Jaeon, and it's not like she has done anything to deserve the hate. I don't think she's basically been neutral. The way they've edited her, she's just been neutral from beginning to the end, and I don't think that warrants hate. If you want to hate anybody, hate Jimmy for being so direct and brutal with this other women on the show. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't hate him. Don't hate anybody. But I don't think they've done her any justice in the way that this whole thing has been edited. I personally think prediction. Put your predictions in there. For me, I think that she's gonna end up with Jimmy. I'm 95% sure that she's gonna end up with Jimin. If she ends up with Sanyun, then it was production led. There's no way because their dates are boring. The most beautiful thing about their last dates was the whole ice skating this thing, and it was the moon. I don't know what to tell you. That was the most beautiful thing. I liked Sanyon a little more on that date because I got to see him more. And I feel like he really does like Jayon, the way he smiles and the way he kind of like opens up. Do you guys remember when he had that the night after he came? No, the morning after he came, and he was talking to Hano and he had that kind of powwow chat with her. First of all, how come he never dated Hanu? They know each other from the past. I mean, maybe there's no attraction there, but like they never really talked about that. Second of all, what was Hanu's? Why was she running her mouth? Why was she talking about this thing? Actually, she was fishing. She does this backward thing where she fishes in a backward way instead of just coming out and saying what she needs to say and just being like, "Oh, so you like Jayon more?" Like she was fishing, and I didn't just like that conversation. It wasn't really my vibe. And then, third, did you see the way he was looking at her, almost like, "Why are you here? I don't really want to talk to you." I was like, "God, fix your face. Like you may your this thing might be on mute, but the subtitles are on." He didn't look very friendly when they were up in that balcony thing the next morning and Hano was trying to talk to him. It's almost like they were forcing him to be there. Anyways, but I think I kind of like him a little more now as a person on the show. And but I still think that they did him dirty. He and Soa, they did them dirty. It's way too late for us to start getting invested in them right now. Yuger says now she is into Jimin. It's possible that she would like that again when she won't like that again when Hanul. I don't think she will. And I love it because unfortunately I think Hanul is doing them a service by going to Jayon and saying I want to go and talk to Jimin in his room. I think that will only push them together, which is unfortunate for Hanul, but good for our boy. So you got to take the good with the bad at this point, right? Serena says she doesn't like the new boy. I didn't at first because I didn't know him and I just felt like I don't have time to know him. But I think I like him more now than episode 8 when he was introduced to us. I just don't know. I just think that they should put them all together from the beginning and let us decide from the beginning who we are raring for and who we aren't raring for, you know? But no, so far so good. It's been a very good season. Okay, so final, we're going to wrap up now because yeah, it's almost an hour, and I didn't want to go too far over the hour. But can you guys put your predictions? Who do you think will end up matching in the final episodes? We still have 5 episodes to go, but put your predictions in the chat. I'll also put mine, so I'll start typing now. Even Jimmy says that he's scared of him. No, I think Jimmy was just joking because he was so confident the way he came in now. How wouldn't you be scared of him? You know? I think Chan, Juan, and Soa, because he seems to be smitten. Chan Hyung and Cheon. Did I spell that right? Do. Jimin alone. Really? Oh, is that why you hate him? Personally, I did not like Sandhill because he was coming to blow up our boy spot. Personally, I was like, no, why are you going for her? There are many other fish in the sea. Go and find your own. That was the reason why I didn't like him in the beginning. You really think that she will end up with the new guy? I think Jimin is getting his girl. Honestly, I think Jimin is getting his girl. Cause if if she goes with the new guy, I think Korea will eat her alive. Oh. I don't know. They seem to go hard when they don't like somebody on these reality shows. I mean, some of them are warranted. Talking about the he who shall not be named from my siblings' romance. I mean, don't ever personally attack somebody, but in my own self, I really disliked him. Warranted. But when they don't like somebody on these reality shows, people just like, woof. Pilot is into new girl. So you think the pilot likes the new girl, but the new girl will like Jimin? Oh, have you seen something that we don't know? Oh, Jiwon and Woojae, I agree. That's one of mine. And then I think some people will be standing alone. Come, I don't know. These are the ones I care about at this point in time. These are the people that I'm most invested in right now. So I think Chanhwan and So are because he seems to like her. Chaeyoung and Chan Young and Chaeyoung, Jimin and Jiwon, and then Jaeon, sorry, and then G1 and Woji. That's my prediction. We don't know how the next episode and next few episodes will change things, but for now, I think we can safely assume, especially for like the last three, one, two, three, yes. The first one, Chanhwan and Soa, that one can very much change very easily. I'm not really sure that Chanhwan's girl is on this show, but let's see how that plays out with this new girl. I think when she meets everybody, we might be able to tell who she's actually interested in. But the last three, I feel like they're locking, especially for Chan Hyung and Jaehyun. If nothing comes in to change his mind, I think Hanul has locked that shot. So hopefully that is done for Chan Hyung, and I hope that his attraction to Jaehyun builds a lot more now that he's actually spending more time with her and getting to know her and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really hoping that that kind of solidifies for them because I really do like them as a couple. And then G1 and Woojae, I feel like they are locking. They seem to be progressing the way that they want to, even sabotaging their second law contract just so that the two of them end up kind of like together. I thought that was ingenious. Honestly, I thought that was smart. Now the variable is Jaeon in all of this because we don't know who this girl actually likes. So that's gonna be, I guess, the final nail in the coffin for the final episode. Serena thinks I think G1 Woojae and the Doctor Cheon are the only sure couples. I agree. I agree. I think they are a lock in. As long as nothing comes to shift things. I mean, barring them bringing somebody in the last episode, a new Maggie, I feel like we should be fine, right? They need to stop this halfway introduction of people. It's not I don't think it's fair to them. I don't think it's fair to us. We need our time to get to know these people and fall for them. And I can't say that I will do that with Sanyun and Soa. If I'm being honest, I can't say that I will. But yeah, no, I agree, Serena. I think those ones are the sure couples, and the rest is kind of like up in the air. But do you think that maybe production is just yanking our chain with Jayon and G1 just so that they can give us the happy ending that we want? Because they do that too. Are they not just trying to boost ratings since this is made for TV? Are they not trying to boost ratings every week and trying to draw more audience like in every week? Is that not the whole point of it when they do it for TV? If it was like maybe one of these app shows now, Netflix or I almost said EG. I don't know where my mind was. It will be produced differently, but because this is for TV and they're trying to boost their ratings every single week with every episode. They want to lean into the most tension points as much as possible. Said if Jayon shows more interest in the new guy, I will stop watching. For her to go to Jimmy's room, yeah, I can't. I agree with you. I can't what's it called? Watch Jimmy struggle. Which is a weird sentence for me considering where we started with Jimmy in episode one. Personally, I can't. But it is what it is, man. It's all what's it called? It's all entertainment to us, anyways. And in the end, he will get who he's meant to get. So I'm not too stressed about it. If I'm being honest, I think Jimmy will get the girl that he wants in the end, and it will all work out for him. Even though right now it seems like it's bleak, I feel like the fact that she went to his room says a lot. But while before I end off, I just want to give a huge shout out to these people. This is YouTube. YouTube gave me this what's it called? Features for the week for people who comment. Can you see how much AH has commented on my videos? I just want to give you a shout. Thank you so much. The engagement has been fun, freaking tastic. A shout out to Pat, Juliana, Sparrows, Yakinda. I saw you on the live, so thank you so much. And all the other honorable mentions. You guys have been so good. I can't even honestly, like I said, I'm the only one who watches this show, so there's really nobody else to talk to about it. So when people comment and engage, It really soothes my soul because then I feel like I'm chatting with friends and we're all feeling almost the same thing going back and forth. And also, you guys point out some things that I completely miss, which I appreciate. I love it so much because the insights that comes when you guys comment is just huge for me. So thank you so much for everybody who's been commenting. Thank you to the OGs. Thank you to the new school. Thank you for everyone who joined the live today. Let me know. You can comment after the live is done. Let me know if you like this and if you want us to do another. I'm very happy to do lives, honestly. Truly, it might be easier than reactions. It might be easier than reactions. I will do the reactions. We're finishing the season. Don't worry about that. But I'm more than happy to do lives as well. So, yeah, with that, I just want to say a huge thank you. I will see you guys in the next one if you guys want the next one. But until then, bye.